Hi everyone, today we are taking a look at 8 new things coming to World of Warcraft in patch 10.1.7, which will be launching on the 5th and 6th of September for NA and EU servers respectively. Since it's a 0.7 patch, there's no new season just yet, meaning you still have time to finish any raid, Mythic Plus or PvP goals you may be working towards, but there are still a handful of new features, systems and quality of life updates being added to the game that we are going to explore today. So let's get started. Patch 10.1.7 is introducing a new world event in the Dragon Isles called Dreamsurges. Dreamsurges mostly revolve around ult catch-up, but there is a small amount of collecting that can be done within the event too. Each week, one of the 4 main Dragon Isles zones will be under the effect of a Dreamsurge, which empowers the rare elite mobs in the area, spawns a new group event called a Waking Dream every 30 minutes, and causes world quests and other objectives in the zone to reward players with Dreamsurge Coalescence, a new currency used to purchase item level 402 bind on account catch-up gear, as well as a couple of cosmetics. You can pick up an intro questline for Dreamsurges from Archdruid Hamul Rune Totem in Valdrakken, and this will lead you to the currently active Dreamsurge zone. While in a Dreamsurge zone, you'll receive an experience buff, as well as any other buffs voted on by you and other players. You can vote to choose one of 2 buffs by talking to Naralex in the Dreamsurge zone. These can vary from extra movement speed, to damage, defensives, or even extra gold, and whichever one has the most votes by the time a Dreamsurge event begins, this is the buff everyone in the zone will get. Dreamsurge events occur once every 30 minutes on the hour, and this is when you will see a new Waking Dream event spawn in the zone. Waking Dreams are a group feature where players have to progress through the first phase by defeating Druids of the Flame and destroying burning roots, and once that is complete, there'll be a final boss you need to kill that will drop more Dreamsurge Coalescence, some Shadowflame Crest fragments, as well as possibly dropping a piece of catch-up gear. The final boss may also drop a couple of charred elemental remains, which you can combine once you've earned 20 of them to create the renewed Magmammoth mount. The other reward you can get from Dreamsurges comes from the weekly quest called Shaping the Dreamsurge, in which you need to collect 100 Dreamsurge Coalescence. Completing the weekly quest rewards you with a Dreamsurge Chrysalis, which can be exchanged with Hamul in the Dreamsurge zone for item level 415 catch-up gear. These gear pieces are bind on pickup, so you'll have to farm the weekly quest on the characters that need the catch-up gear, unlike the 402 catch-up gear sold for Dreamsurge Coalescence, which is bind on account. These 415 gear pieces fall in the champion upgrade track, meaning they can be upgraded all the way to item level 437, which is the equivalent track to gear that drops in Mythic Plus dungeons between the levels of 9 and 16, or from normal Aberrus. The next addition to patch 10.1.5 actually arrives a few weeks later on the 26th of September for NA and 27th of September for EU, and it is the return of the Turbulent Timeways Timewalking event. The event is active until the 30th of October, and each week there will be a different expansion rotated into Timewalking. There is also a new buff called Knowledge of Timeways, which is a stacking experience buff given to players once they obtain a distilled knowledge of Timeways. At first, this buff will increase your experience earned by 2% for killing creatures and completing quests, and with each Timewalking dungeon you complete, the buff's duration extends by 1 hour up to a maximum of 5 hours, and once you reach 10 stacks of the buff, the experience bonus bumps up to 30%. On top of this, Blizzard have added an achievement called Master of the Turbulent Timeways, which tasks you with maxing out this experience bonus for the 5 consecutive weeks that Turbulent Timeways is active. Completing this will reward you with the Sandy Shalewing mount. Next up, Night Elves and Forsaken will each be getting their own Heritage Armour sets after completing the newly added questlines for their designated races. The Night Elf Heritage Armour seems influenced by Tyrande and the Darnassus Sentinels, and it also comes in 2 colour variations, and there is also a glaive appearance only available to Demon Hunters. As for Undead Heritage Armour, this appears to be more roguish, and also comes with a coffin back transmog piece. Separately from the Heritage questline, Night Elves will also gain access to new customization options for body tattoos and face markings. The body tattoos tend to be centered around the neck, shoulders and arms, and male night elves are finally going to have face marking options too. Speaking of character customization, in 10.1.7, Draenei will be able to be customized into Manari Eredar after completing a new Draenei-specific questline. With this done, players will unlock Eredar's skin, hair, and eye colors across their account, allowing Draenei to be customized with the long-awaited red skin tone, as well as another rosier tone of red and a dark blue. Along with the complexion colors, you will also have access to a handful of new hair colors, including a red, purple, brown, and blonde, as well as green, yellow, purple, and blue eye color options too. Moving on to instances, there are two main changes coming to the Dawn of the Infinite Mega Dungeon, the first being that the dungeon will also be available on heroic difficulty and will be split into two wings containing 4 bosses each for the sake of LFG. Secondly, Blizzard have changed the Infinite Dragonflight Drake Watcher manuscript that drops from the final boss of the dungeon, as it previously only unlocked the infinite scale color option for a specific dragon riding mount. But as of patch 10.1.7, players will now be able to loot the Visage of the Infinite instead, and this includes the infinite scale color, as well as hair, horn, and eye color options too. If you've already looted the infinite scales before, you will automatically unlock the infinite themed hair, horn, and eye color options for whichever drakes you have the infinite scales for. The final couple of changes coming in 10.1.7 revolve around quality of life updates. Let's start off with the biggest new update, which is the new in-game ping system. The new ping system will be available by default and can be used to notify other players in your group and quickly communicate things such as warning them of danger, asking for help, or letting them know you're on your way. You can access your ping settings and assign a keybind to your pings by checking the in-game options menu and selecting Ping System under the gameplay list. There are two types of ping modes, Quick Ping and Relaxed Ping. Quick Ping allows you to ping something by mousing over it and using your designated keybind, whereas Relaxed Ping requires you to hold your keybind down and click on the thing you wish to ping. You can also access a radial wheel to access all types of pings in either ping mode. In Quick Ping mode, you can do this by pressing and holding the ping keybind, and in Relaxed Ping mode, you need to hold the keybind and then click and drag your cursor to bring up the radial wheel. There are 5 types of pings you can send out. A general ping, which will be sent out if you don't select a specific type of ping, which looks like a blue diamond if used on a random spot or on a player or a friendly NPC, and if used on a hostile mob, it will show as a red diamond. The second ping type is an attack ping, which looks like an orange sword. The third is a warning ping, and looks like a red warning sign. The fourth is an on my way ping, and is shown by a blue down arrow. And the final ping is assist, which is identified by a green flag. Every type of ping can be placed on a random area on the ground, or it can be placed on a specific player, NPC, or mob, by either placing it directly on their model or by placing it on their unit frame. When a ping is sent out, a message will automatically be sent in the chat window as well, unless you have this feature disabled. It would appear that pings are sent in their own chat channel separate from anything else, so you shouldn't see chat window pop-ups above players' heads or in raid warnings. They almost just look like party chat messages. If you have sound enabled in your ping menu, you will also hear a notification when you or another player in your group sends out a ping. Pings are also available for text-to-speech. Another quality of life update in patch 10.1.7 is the ability to restrict calendar invites from strangers. Many players will have at some point experienced spam calendar invites from players they don't know, which often offer boosting services for current season raiding and are generally used by scammers. But when 10.1.7 launches, there will be a new feature in the social tab of the in-game options menu that will block any calendar invites from anyone outside of your guild or friends list, and this will be enabled by default for all players once the patch arrives. So if you want to receive calendar invites from others, be sure to untick this box. There's another quality of life update in 10.1.7 which will affect a smaller population of the player base, but it will be a great change for those it does affect. Tuskarr Tackleboxes are going to be able to be toggled on your minimap with the Find Fish tracking option, rather than being displayed as a treasure like all the other Dragonflight treasures. Tuskarr Tackleboxes are unlocked at Renown level 27 with the Tuskarr, and they appear around shorelines at most bodies of water in the Dragon Isles, containing a small amount of fish. The problem was that they were proving a nuisance for collectors who may have been farming for something else like a mount, for example, as there are often lots of tackle boxes clustered together on the minimap, making them difficult to distinguish from other, more valuable treasures like the Expedition Scout Packs. So there we have it. Those are 8 new things coming to World of Warcraft in patch 10.17. Let me know what you're most excited for in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!